Good morning, everybody. I'm trying this again because I'm an idiot and I keep trying to do videos on the road, thinking that it could be part of my morning commute, but it doesn't work that way because, well, life and Wi Fi. Those are real problems. So, anyway, I have my cup of coffee. I'm going to call this segment Morning Musings. I'm going to go ahead and do a little chat with you guys for a little moment. I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm a little crazy. Internet troubles, man. Internet troubles is this is not. What's up, John Piner? How are you, man? This is not internet troubles. This is Elliot is kind of dumb troubles. It's true. Anyway, it's all good. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, John. I appreciate that. Appreciate you being my moderator, homie. Appreciate it. So check it out, man. So I'm drinking my coffee because, and it's. Should I show the coffee, the brand? I don't know. I'm right next to a Starbucks, so I don't know, if that works or not. But anyway, so and I'm in front of the art supply store. I'm trying to wait for the manager to come in so I can discuss potentially doing videos of art supply shopping while I'm here. We'll see how that goes. Hold on, I'm drinking my cafe au lait. Tumbacalypse, what's up, dog? How you doing, man? So anyway, so I was talking earlier. I deleted my last video, and I'm sorry about that because I think that's like bad form. I think people get upset when you delete your videos. I don't mean to. It's just that it was garbage and it was cut off. So, and I was discussing this morning on my way after dropping off my kids at school. I was discussing this idea about having an opportunity to utilize your gifts. Really, it's the broader conversation is utilizing your gifts, utilizing your strengths and your abilities. Not just, you don't have to be a creative person, you don't have to be an artist. If you are an artist, you should know that you have a lot of power at your disposal. Because art is a powerful, powerful tool, whether it's visual arts, performance arts, um, music, dance. It doesn't matter. It's all powerful. It's all really how you use it, right? So I was saying though that even if you're not a creative person, how you can utilize those talents and abilities, your skill sets, your general skill sets in life, to affect change and to affect the world around you. And that's basically the premise of my discussion with you guys, was that unfortunately, your passion and your ability does not necessarily match up to your Wi-Fi. So my video was cut off. But anyway, Sketch says, I wish you could have read my words on the last stream. I don't think I can repeat them. I don't remember how I put it. Hmm. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. They say they try to call me a boomer. I don't know about that. Lafayette, I create winner of the drawn and quarter draws off. Great art book, black and red right here. Boom, boom. My man, John Piner, hooking me up with that. How come? Okay, here we go. So Lafayette says, I create macaroni necklaces for cats, but eventually take them all back for dinner. Lafayette, I'm sorry I didn't contact you yesterday, man. I meant to, uh, but I didn't actually stream myself. I did record a video, and I jumped on to the what is it? How's he stated? Mike Miller's channel, Blacklisted Universe, something like that. Is it Blacklisted Universe or Blacklist Universe? I don't remember. Anyway, had a great time on there. I did a drawing of the topic was Captain Marvel, which is an interesting topic, but I shan't go through that again today. Anyway, Blacklist Universe. That's it. Mike S. Miller. It was a great time. We had a great time. Everybody's drawing. It really did feel like a convention, almost like a sketch challenge. Or I've done those a bunch at some of these cons. Um, Good morning, Matt. How you doing, man? I got your message, by the way, Matt. I'm definitely on track with you with that concept about the monster stuff. I'm definitely going to be doing more content surrounding it's weird. I wasn't always a movie monster guy, but as I get older, the idea and the concept of horror is, I mean, it's always fascinated me. I've always wondered how I could utilize that. I've had some very interesting notions over the years, creatively speaking. Should I go in closer here? Is this better? I can't read it that close. Ted, what's going on, Playboy? Um, I thought you were old. You don't look old. You look like a man, but not an old man. Have you seen my beard, bro? Have you seen my beard? It's looking a little old. It's looking a little old. I'm just telling you. No, I'm older. I'm older. I'm not an old man. You know. It's not the years, honey. It's the mileage. Anyway, hold on, coffee. Because when you are my age, you need something to help kick it in gear. Anyway, so the horror thing is something I'm interested in exploring. It's another way to interpret life. Um, I don't know. I'm really fascinated with the way that art can be useful, and comic art in particular is a is a great vehicle for that sort of stuff. I think if you're trying to develop something, horror is not a bad way to go. You know, some people to argue about the what the zombies represent in the Night of the Living Dead. That sort of stuff is kind of it's a suitable debate, I guess. Did he really intend all that? I think he did, but you know, the point is that there are elements in that kind of storytelling that could be beneficial to the way you tell stories. Don't assume Sketchy might be a hairy woman. Y'all so crazy. Yeah, that white hair. It's called having kids. I have no white hair. I have no kids. I've met guys younger than me with white hair. They all have kids. Yeah, I think so. It's not what it is for me. It's sleepless nights. They say that gray hair really comes from sleeplessness. I don't know. Maybe that's right. Um, I'm looking at myself like, I'd be a terrible woman. I would be an ugly, ugly female. Mm, no, no bueno. Hold on. Anyway, so I'm at the art supply store. I don't want to name the art supply store yet. I guess I'm trying to square away some sort of deal with them. Lafayette says, I was on my channel last night, Golden Age, with all my friends talking favorite Golden Girls episodes. It's the hottest. It got crazy. So, boy, you crazy. Crying baby, sleepless night. That's right. Yo, man. Yo, so Lafayette, I want you to, if you can, man, message me. Whether on you did, I did receive your message on Twitter. If you want to message me there again and just tell me what your general availability is, so we can discuss that, and then we can. Oh, I gotta at least talk to you on the phone so I can hear your voice, man. I assume you're hilarious sounding as well, but that's crazy talk coming from me. Anyway, so yeah, yeah, the point of the morning musings is going to be about me just sharing my heart. It's not going to be every day necessarily. It might be. I'd like to prepare for that, but I also want to I want to just talk about life in general, because sometimes we get so caught up in the bitterness of life that we lose sight of the goodness of life, the kindness of life, those sweet spots in between, the white spaces where real things happen. Sketch says, you also look very Puerto Rican. You come down here to La Isla and you will find 20 clones of yourself. Yeah, trust me, man, trust me. But don't get it twisted. I got a funny feeling, just saying, my family looks, you know, I'm not gonna go there. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, I can't say stuff no more. We used to be able to talk about stuff and just chat about things and joke, and it's so hard now. It's like, I miss the old days. I'm not saying that all of the ways that we talked was good. That reminds me of like there's a Bible passage that relates the idea of coarse joking, how we should stay away from sort of that sort of stuff. And it's so hard now because I wonder, is this the kind of coarse joking that was being discussed, or other things? But anyway, so I sent off a package to a client. I have to put together a proposal for a different client today. I'm backlogged on some of that stuff. I've been trying so hard to just make money and pay my bills. Just got here. Nasser, how are you doing, brother? So Matt says, great, let's talk about Sesame Street. Oh, why would you do that, man? Matt, why would you do that? That's no bueno. That's no bueno. Not today, not yet, not yet. I'm not ready for that yet. Let's talk about Sesame Street. I don't know. I don't know, guys. We just live in very treacherous times. And you guys, I think one of the things that we need to really work on together, in general, I think between all of us, I think we all need to, um, um, John John Piner says, stop being so sensitive, people. So are we going shopping or what? I'm trying. I have to wait. I'm gonna get off here and have a personal one-on-one with the manager, and then I'll be able to. I'll probably record a video and then share it with you guys later. Um, but yeah, so I sometimes for the sake of I don't want to say politics. I think it's more about sometimes when you're on the right side of an argument, the temptation is to go in for the kill, and I think that doesn't do the job that we think it's doing. Sketch says, I'm gonna be very very serious about laughter. It releases serotonin, a chemical that is good for all kinds of healing. Consult your local physician, and he will agree. Laughter is literally medicine. All right, listen, I'm not arguing that. I would argue. I can argue. I think I can argue with some degree of competence that we have to determine. There is a point where we kind of take humor to a level that maybe, like my cousin, my nephew, my son was telling me earlier how he laughed when Gwen Stacy snapped her neck in The Amazing Spider-Man. Like, no, 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 son, that's not funny. That's that's not. I mean, then again, that's the fault of the movie makers, I guess. You can't say anything on Twitter now without someone twisting it up. Poor Frank Oz. Yeah. Well, hearing that is funny. So you see, so laughter is okay, man. I guess we just gotta learn. You guys said it best. We gotta learn to not take everything so seriously, but at the same time, some people have gone through some crazy stuff. We listen. We're on the tail. I don't want to say tail end. We are at a point in history where a lot of stuff has happened in our lifetimes, and not just in our lifetime, but we have a lot of history and recorded history to look back at and um, to affect the way we communicate and affect the way we interpret life. So it's not simple anymore. Get that great black and red art book by our own Mr. Elliot Fernandez. Thank you, Mr. Piner, and thank you for putting the link in the chat. Appreciate that. Sketch says, I suggest stand-up comedy for laughter medicine to counterbalance the heaviness of the issues you face. Yes, be sober about the fight, but on your downtime, counterbalance with maybe some stand-up. I like that. And it's funny because some of my favorite stand-up guys are interesting. Um, my favorite recently is Chappelle, and some of the comments he made, and cracks me up because his observations are so real. They're so legitimate. But anyway, um, so the morning muses is what I want to do in the mornings with you guys. I'll probably just do it out of my home later instead, or I'll pick a spot where the Wi-Fi is good, and it might just be my service because I have shoddy service from time to time here in town. Watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Never fails to make me laugh. That's a good suggestion. That's a good movie. But anyway, so as far as the horror things are concerned, I'm definitely gonna try to. I want to do some reviews of horror movies and get into horror news. I think that's a great idea for me because I'm for one, I'm coming from the perspective of a fan, and I'm also coming from the perspective of a noob, a new fan to that sort of material because I haven't always been excited about any particular type of horror. I'm still to this day not really a slasher or torture porn type of guy, but I prefer ghost stories and occult stories and macabre, but I don't care too much for some of that stuff. Some cult movies too. What are some cult movies, Matt? What are you thinking about? Speaking specifically to my chat, to my peoples, as Tenaple says. Hey guys, and by the way, it helps if you're enjoying the conversation. If you guys have been here for any length of time and you're just enjoying the relaxing nature of my coffee and my conversation, my soothing tones, vocal ramblings. Hit the like button for me if you don't mind. That'd be great. I have a machete signed by Kane Hodder. No kidding. Smash that like. Smash has a weird connotation these days. Sketch says, I suggest George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Bill Hicks, one of the best, may he rest in peace. Dave Chappelle, early Cat Williams, and more. Very high LPM. Laugh per minute, right? That's funny. Laugh per minute. It's good stuff. Anyway, guys, what do you guys think also about what are some things we should be tackling as far as art? I'm gonna keep doing more. I'm enjoying doing I like doing monsters. Some of my concept art. I shared some of this with Nasser yesterday, and it was cool. He got to see some of the behind the scenes stuff in my office. Movies, I gotcha. Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac is good. Yeah. Idiocracy is a very prophetic movie. Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness was okay. I did the comic stuff for that for a brief minute. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe that's what I could talk about. I was the artist on Army of Darkness. I don't know. Nasser is looking. Those are the ghosty eyes from Pac-Man. I recognize it. Have you seen Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon? I have not. I have not. See, this is the stuff that I'm getting more into, but I'm into a lot of stuff. I'm also into toys. I'm really into toys and statues and stuff. I got a lot of interest. That's why it's interesting. But I want to nail this down. I want this to partly be a project for me. I want to work on it. Trevor Noah, says Nolan Taylor. What's up? No, me too. Yeah, I mean, I like a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't know. But I don't buy enough toys anymore to do. I don't. To be honest, I don't have that much cash, so those type of things are going to be rough for me because I won't be able to get that going unless I can get some monetization and some of this stuff, and then afford those type of materials. Did you ever watch the movie Mother? I told you to check it out. Michael, Mike, do me a favor. Send me what's the other movie we talked about yesterday that's supposed to be like Venom? But Mother, I don't remember seeing Mother. Is it on Netflix? I mainly live on Netflix when it comes to that, and Amazon Prime. I enjoy that as well. Oh my gosh. Speaking of, check this out, guys. It's on Hulu. I think I've been using my buddy's Hulu account. I bought this at the FedEx. This is awesome. These are like recreations of covers. They're as prints. Look at this stuff. It's got all the cool, powerful, and awesome. The mysterious Batman again appears to oppose the evil forces of a terrifying master of crime known as the Monk. Isn't that cool? I like that. It's like $5. Cheap little print. Anyway. So apparently my Wi-Fi is getting angry at me. He's like, hello, there's a thing here. Hello. So I'm going to be doing some of that stuff, partly to kind of as a therapy process of kind of getting into more of that kind of stuff. That's super old school. Isn't it great stuff, Sketch? Another one I'm going to check. I want to do also a review of a movie called, I want to buy it, but I found it here on YouTube. It's called The Innocents. I'm gonna do a review of that. Supposedly, according to Dr. Naple, that was um, one of the how do I say this? The inspirations for Mike Mignola's work. So I'm excited about that. Um, Matt is bringing up Videodrome, Dreamscape, and Phantasm. Phantasm. The problem is some of these movies they're kind of silly to me. That's the only downside. I like sophisticated horror, but maybe I'm being a snob. Don't be a snob, Elliot. That's not good. No bueno. No bueno. What else here? Daniel from Portugal. How are you? Upgrade. That's right. Upgrade. I gotta remember Upgrade. Where's Upgrade at? The Prophecy. The Prophecy was good. I like the Prophecy. You know what I like too? It's not quite horror. Um, I thought. I really think. I really thought that because I like this interpretation of heaven and hell. Um, Constantine with Keanu Reeves was good that way. Warlock. Oh gosh, that's a terrible movie. That's right. It was Upgrade. Mother. I gotta watch Mother. There's a couple of new ones. I'm probably gonna do a lot of reviews on stuff um, from on Netflix. There's a great movie called The Void. If you guys get a chance to check that out, that's good. Six Souls. Where's that at, Nolan? Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. I sing from time to time. Anyway, all right, guys. Look, I was supposed to be here by around 10 or so, so it's already past that. Void was great. I thought Void was awesome. I'm a big Lovecraft guy, so that's probably where I'm going to lean most of my attention to. Although there's not a lot of Lovecraft stuff, and then much of what is available is garbage. You know, do what you got to do. If you dug the prophecy, Mother will leave you speechless. Was on Hulu, Prime, and Netflix. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. All right, Six Souls. All right, I gotta remember that. Six Souls. I'm trying to practice memorizing this stuff. Six Souls. Upgrade. Six Souls and Mother. Bing, 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 bing. All right, kids. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. You guys are great. If you enjoy this at all, hit that button. The Ritual. Oh, The Ritual was good. The Ritual was good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It was real good. That was real good. Um, that one. And what was the one with Eric Bana? He plays the detective in the Bronx. Oh, that was great. Oh, that was such a good one. What was the one with Eric Bana? It's the one I like. I like stories about possessions and stuff like that. I love Lovecraftianism, but I've never read Lovecraft. What's the best intro into Lovecraft? I'll tell you what, Sketch, you're probably better off because some of his writing can be a drag. It's he can be very dense. I often say that even though he invented I guess he kind of invented the genre of cosmic horror. He sometimes wrote like if Tom Clancy was writing stuff like that. His so what I found very helpful is to listen to it on YouTube. There's a great channel here on YouTube called Horror Babble. Ian Gordon is the narrator. He's great. There are a couple other guys who do a decent job as well. Actually, sometimes Ian, in some of the earlier videos, sometimes he's got a very nice accent, and when he speaks, sometimes he could almost he almost drifts. He's almost like he's playing with the sound of the words, but he's not really emphasizing the nuance of what's being spoken. That said, in more recent videos, he's done a really good job of that. There's another channel Deliver Us from Evil. That's it, brother. That's it. I love it, Matt. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. Um, but uh, but the one story that is my favorite of all the stories, there's another great movie is In the Mouth of Madness, which relates to this what you're asking, because there's a story called At the Mountains of Madness. So there's a little hint, little nod to that story by Lovecraft. That book is awesome, um, but it can be challenging. Event Horizon is another one. That's another great one. Very Lovecraftian. Even Hellraiser, which by the way I must admit, and not because I'm for the worst reason, I have not been able to get around to Hellraiser because it's just creepy. I just I ever since I was a kid, I had this kind of weird like, Hellraiser, Pinhead, and the chitter, that thing was weird, and the splayed flesh. I don't. Now another great movie maker for this stuff. I loved In the Mouth of Madness. Yes, get you, my man. Get you in my spirit animal. You're my spirit animal. Love it. Anyway, never cared for Hellraiser. See, there you go, Lafayette. We could be down, bro. We could be down with your macaroni. I'll take the macaroni necklace. Um, but in the mount at the Mountains of Madness sketch. Wait, I gotta read the chat. Anyone in the chat remember the name of the horror flick about the Jewish evil box? Javier Bardem starring. What is that? That's crazy. High energy Elliot Hale, brother. What's up, Warcat? What's up, dog? Okay, that was me doing like a little chant for you, brother. I have to respond to your message too, bro. That's part of Devil's Rejects. I don't know. What? Lafayette, I can't trust you. I can't trust you. Sometimes you try to throw little curveballs for me. So, sketch at the Mountains of Madness. There's this story. It's actually you're reading, or if you do it the way I did it, I listened to it, and I've listened to it like 4 or 5 times because I'm always missing something because it drags on. In the beginning, it's a log or a um wait a minute. So the Jewish evil box, the book box. Sounds like the book, not to be confused with Babadook. The book box. I have to remember all this stuff for later. Gotta watch these. Anyway, at the Mountains of Madness you're reading like basically this guy's log, and the log is it's describing the archaeological expedition to the Antarctic, where they have encountered some. They want to do some tests on some mountains. I love how in all the Lovecraft stories, you have these. There's always some sort of situation with from the group always comes from Miskatonic University. I just love the lore, the deep lore of Lovecraft, and I love that he was fine with other writers incorporating. That's one of the things I love about Robert Jordan, who is the author and the creator of Conan the Barbarian, who also included a lot of Lovecraftian stuff in his stories too. So, in fact, one of the first stories by did I say Robert Jordan? I hope I didn't. Robert Howard. I meant Robert Howard. One of the best stories by Robert Howard was something called The God in the Bowl. There was also one, the elephant something or other. The name of the flick isn't the book box, but the box is the star. Oh, I see. I was a Stephen King fan, says Sketch. So the concept of a horror author falling into the connected universe he created, seeing how Stephen expands from Castle Rock to the Dark Tower through the Stand, another dimension. Yeah. Just watch Hereditary. It's a good thriller. But see, you guys gonna have to. If you guys do me a favor, so for those of you in the chat stills, message me some of these movie titles, and I will definitely look into these as far as stuff we could look at. Arkham Country is a real nice backdrop. Arkham Country. What's Arkham Country? Help me out, Tommy. So anyway, through the story of At the Mountains of Madness, you learn about that the expedition goes south, and they discover this, but not before they discover this city that's like so ancient. I just love that kind of concept. It's the same thing I loved about Lord of the Rings. I love the deep lore of that. I always loved the idea of like, was there something like, remember that scene in Star Wars? I think it was in The Force Awakens, when there was, or was it Force Awakens, or maybe it was one of the last trilogy stuff. Remember, or maybe no, I think it was in Rogue One. There was like a fallen statue of a Jedi, and I just thought, man, like I love when they put stuff like that in there that suggests that the world is so ancient that there's stuff still out there, like statuary and monoliths and things that hint to a time long ago where there was other civilizations. I'm so fascinated by that stuff. Suicide Squad was a horror show of movie. Is that no? No, it does not count. Seeing that hit me where I live at, I loved In the Mouth of Madness. Yeah, In the Mouth of Madness was awesome, especially this idea of this stuff expanding and giving people. That movie, when I first saw that, I had just experienced the phenomenon that is Harry Potter, and I was like, "What is going on?" It seemed like everybody was loving that kind of stuff too. All right, let's see. Solo, was it Solo? No. Most traumatizing horror, The Entity from the 80s. That was good. I remember the movie Life Force. That was pretty good too. Rogue One had the Fallen Jedi. Solo had Cthulhu waiting by the black hole. What? There's a Cthulhu in Solo? I gotta watch that. Let's see. Lovecraft stories happen close to a city of Arkham. Okay, yeah. Somewhere that's up in the Massachusetts area, in the New England area. I think that movie is called The Possession with Jeffrey D. Morgan. Oh, very well, very well. Or so Nolan says it was Rogue One. Anyway, so that's gonna be some of my aim. I'm gonna take your suggestions and I want to go ahead and do some reviews. I'm gonna give you my honest review about these movies. You guys already know I kind of lean towards the Lovecraft stuff. I'll give most slasher stuff, but I don't like torture. I don't want to watch Saw. I have no interest in that. But Texas Chainsaw is different. I think that's pretty. I don't know why. Not horror, but check out The Mountain Between Us. It's surprisingly great. Send me the message. You guys message me these things so I can remember. It's gonna be difficult for me to watch this video again. Stuff freaked me out when I was young. The stuff. And you know what? Also, if you have suggestions for some great, don't send me garbage ones, guys, but send me some good, great foreign ones. Like I've noticed there's a lot of movies from India, from Bollywood. Not I don't know if it's Bollywood though, from India on Netflix that I'm fascinated about. But sometimes I've seen some movies I'm just like, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know, but I want to explore imports, and I want to look at, like, for instance, Del Toro does a great job with some of those movies. He's actually more in the Lovecraft flavor. He's not quite Lovecrafting, but he's got a good strong essence of Lovecraft and how he's expressing ideas about the world around him through his movies. Last Train to Busan. There are nice black and white fan films. Whisper in the Darkness is awesome. Oh, I think I saw that. Do you see the one where this is it's from the it's a first person perspective? Is that the same one? But it's kind of like, no, it's not because it wasn't black and white. But it's like it was good. It was like a short film. It was really really short. War Campaign and do not peer into the eye of the black hole, no matter what Robbie. Oh, Lord, I watched some good foreign horror movies. If I remember it, then I'll let you know. Thanks, brother. I believe that was Rogue One when they went to the ancient city to find Saw Gerrera. Yeah, man, that's cool stuff. That's cool stuff. All right, I got a boogie. I got to get into this art supply store, and if I pray it works well. If not, then I'll just reference other places I buy my art supplies. So yeah, get that black and red art book, guys. I only have like 8 days left. We're at the home stretch. It has been funded. I'm at 800 something percent, I think, or maybe 900% of the funding. But I wanted to do like a 300 print run, something like that. So if you guys are interested in my artwork and you guys want to see more of it, some of the recent ones I've been doing. I also have a Patreon that I'll put into the link later when I get home, or into the description. But the Patreon gives you access. If you are a Patreon member, Nolan, you were asking me about some of my ideas for what I want to do with the $10 tier. I am planning to do a $10 tier. I'm going to do some educational videos here on YouTube, or educational-ish. What I'm doing are the Jerkmonger File Master Studies. Those Master Studies are going to be me reviewing comic book artists that have influenced me over the years, and it's going to be information for you guys to kind of check out, and also get some insight into how to interpret some of that artwork for your benefit. But as far as the actual like education, what I want to do is do some one-on-one, or not, it's gonna be like 1 on 10. I'm thinking about doing Google Hangouts is what I'm thinking about doing with everybody, and connecting with everyone there, and then we go over some sort of like uh, um, artwork that, based on what you guys are asking me for. So basically, a personalized seminar for you guys. So if you go to Patreon, uh, under Elliot Fernandez Art, you just go there. There's a $1 tier where you have access to my. I haven't been that active on it lately because I've been trying to build up everything, but I'm kind of finding my way back to it now. And what you do is you go there for $1 a month. You can subscribe, and when you subscribe to me for $1, you get access to the whatever I post on that private Instagram account. For $3 a month, you get entered into a monthly drawing, which is ironic, but anyway, no pun intended, for an original piece of art. I can't really talk about it like that on Patreon because they have a policy about that they're concerned about. But at $5 a month, and this is what I was going to tell you guys, all the artwork that I do for the month, if as long as it's something that's not under NDA and something that I'm developing as product for now, will end up in what I'm publishing as a digital PDF sketchbook. So those are my current 3 tiers. And my last tier would be the $10 tier, which is where I'm going to be doing these personalized seminars. I'm going to take the group. We're going to go over, you're going to make suggestions to me, those of you who are subscribing at that level. And I'm going to try to do it at least once a month. I might have to only do it for once a month for now until I can get a hands on this stuff. We'll have to plan a time that everybody can attend. Hopefully you can get on. I'm going to at least record it on YouTube so that it'll be available and we can always share the video later. But I want to give you guys a chance to actually physically or at least audibly talk with me and share your thoughts and your ideas so we can make that a successful experience for you guys at that $10 tier. So as of right now, it's the ground level. That might evolve into a more expensive tier as we move along. But for now, wait, what? Sketch, you're in the hospital, brother? That's not good. Hey, Rodwell, how you doing? So be Godspeed, man. I'll be praying for you. But anyway, if you're interested in learning more about art, that's where I'll be. So, all right, you guys, if you believe in God, pray for Sketch for whatever he's going through. And for the rest of you, I appreciate all of you for hanging out with me today. It was a good little chat. I appreciate that. Thanks for being patient with me from my morning muse, not doing it so well. But this is a good update to all you guys in terms of what I'm trying to do. Also, don't forget to back my IndieGoGo campaign, Black and Red. If you go to IndieGoGo, just type in Elliot Fernandez and it'll take you right to it. Black and Red won't get you there. It's a really complicated, twisted way to do it. But Elliot Fernandez will get you there. You can get my art book. And also, if you want, you can also back me on Patreon to help me out with the monthly stuff. So all of that money goes to my household for now to help me to keep the lights on. And as we continue to grow, I plan on doing better with all these type of perks and campaigns. So I'm excited about what's coming, guys. We have a lot of great things coming. First here on social media, but also my business partner. Now I have some great things we're doing. So I want you all to be part of that. You can be part of that directly with Patreon. And I'm going to find some specific things. I'm actually going to be doing on Patreon, developing my comic strip that I'll be publishing along with development of my next campaign. So that's where I want you guys to hang out with me at. So that's it, y'all. Be good. And maybe from time to time I'll do some comic reviews. Do we need more of that? Sure. All right, guys. Y'all be good. Don't hurt yourselves. Peace out.